Yes, we back. Manchester City 2, Nottingham Forest 0. An edgy game, a tight game in the end. It was made tough by the Rodri'S sending off, but 2-0. Phil Foden, Erling Haaland. Let's get into it. Make sure to hit the like button. It helps other City fans find the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And yeah, let's get straight into it. So yeah, like I said, tough game in the end, but great, absolutely fantastic start from the boys. Right out of the blocks, it looked like it was going to be a thumping. You thought it was going to be a 5-0 win or so, but only 2-0. Phil Foden getting off the mark with a brilliantly well-worked goal. Rodri ping, I'm pretty sure it was a Rodri ping to Kyle Walker at the back post. Who I thought we was going to square it for Haaland. He was going to get a tap in, but it was actually a lovely cushioned ball to Phil Foden, who just half volleyed it home. Great finish. Great to see him get a goal, because Alvarez has kind of been taken over recently. The hype has been behind him. Like I said in my previous video, that he's kind of having the season Phil's having. Phil's been going under the radar a little bit recently. But yeah, great goal from him. Great start from City. I think it was like 7 minutes or so. Yeah, 14 minutes. Erling Haaland gets his goal. Great header, powerful header. Just, yes, standard. Actually, great ball from Matheus Nunes. I think it's his first assist for a club. First goal involvement. A nice little dink to the back post. Erling Haaland was kind of unmarked. Just powered that header home like big Erling can. Still growing. He's grown an inch this season, apparently. He's gone from 6'4" to 6'5", I think. So that boy's still grown. Got his head on the end of it. Powerful header. Those neck muscles powering it home. It looked like we were in for a bit of a romp here against Nottingham Forest. But the game, the football and gods, is something else in store for us. It was just mad domination from City. I think the first 11 minutes, the stats were that we 99% of possession. Yeah, crazy numbers. Just dominated them the whole of the first half. I think the red card came later on in the 41st minute or something. Stupid red card. Rodri has been unreal this season. He was having a good game today. Like I said, he pinged that ball for Kyle Walker at the back post. But he lost his head. He just did lose his head. It wasn't that much of a foul. It was just a bit of a shoulder in the back of Rodri. But then Morgan Gibbs wide. He gets at his throat. He touches the throat. You touch the throat, you're off. 3-game ban. Probably won't appeal it. Pep said he doesn't want to appeal it because he'll get an extra game ban if it doesn't get overturned. So there'll be 4 games. But he's going to be out for the next 3 games now. Newcastle, which he wasn't going to play anyway in midweek. Does that mean Calvin Phillips mightn't even play that, because we actually need him for the other games? I think it may be Fulham, and then we play Arsenal at the Emirates. That will be a very tricky game. I'm probably putting money on Arsenal for that game. But it's going to be a very tricky game at the Emirates. Emirates is the main one. Even Fulham, depending on if Fulham's at home or away. It's actually Wolves. It's not Fulham. We already beat Fulham a couple of weeks ago. So it's Wolves. No, it's Newcastle. In Newcastle. We're probably losing that one because we're going to play all the B team and kids. So Gomez will be playing. Stefan Ortega will play. You probably see maybe Nathan Ake play. Kyle Walker and Ruben Diaz will be dropped. You'll see Oscar Bob play. You might see either Mateo Kovacic or Calvin Phillips play. But Calvin Phillips might actually play to get more minutes interim. I think Jack Grealish will play that game as well. Erling Haaland will probably be dropped for that game. But yeah, loads of changes in that game. I'm predicting us. Oh, right. We got the prediction for the Newcastle later on in the video. But on the Fulham game, Rodri out of the next 3 games. It's going to be tough without him. He is, like I said in my previous video, bit of a curse this might have been. But I did say he was the best player in the world. I don't know if that's cursed him or what, but I won't say it again for a while. Actually, no. He's still the best player in the world, in my opinion. Best midfielder this season. But he just had, I don't know what was going on. I don't know why he was so, I don't know if something happened before the game, but I don't know why everyone was so frustrated. We were 2-0 up at the time. We should be cruising to an easy win. Even Ederson going at it without Wyone, just head-to-head after the red card. It's like, bro, everyone calm down. You just seen Rodri got set off, so just allow it. Just stop with you. We just sailed through nice and easy and nice and pretty till full time. Actually, no, because we were a man down, so we actually had to stick our foot in. But you don't want to get a second sending off, especially Ederson, a main DM and our main goal. Actually, no, the goalkeeper isn't as. But Ederson, there's no need for that. No need for that is my point. But yeah, we obviously saw it out till halftime. But the second half, that tough second half, great shift from the boys. Put in 5 defenders at the back: Walker, Diaz, Akanji, Ake, Gvardiol, Doku. Jeremy Doku came off, unfortunately. Bit annoying. I thought he would have been a good outlet for the game, but we didn't lose the game anyway, so who cares? He'll be fresh for the next game. He might actually play, because since he's fresh, he might actually play against Newcastle. Jack Grealish on the left, Jeremy Doku on the right. Who knows? Julian Alvarez up front, or maybe Phil Foden in behind. Oh, that actually no, because Oscar Bobb's going to play, so he'll probably actually play. He could play behind Julian Alvarez. Who knows? But yeah, second half, very tough second half, and it was all Rodri's fault. I hope Rodri apologised in the dressing room at full time, because his teammates have balled him out of a situation in that one. Balled him out, didn't concede at all. Nottingham Forest did have a lot of the ball, it seemed, to be fair. We had our moments. Erling Haaland should have scored a second. At least he scored his first big chance this game. So it wasn't as much of a piling on him, because he's missed so many chances in the West Ham and Red Bull Salzburg game. So there wasn't much of a harping on to him about missing chances, because I'm pretty sure he scored the first one, which was that header. Like I said, great ball from Núñez. He might even get rested now, because we don't actually have the squad to be resting too many players, because then you just have to dip into the academy fully and completely throw this Carabao Cup game. Because what I said at the start of the season, my season expectations, predictions, is I wanted the Carabao Cup. I want it back in my possessions, but it's looking like it ain't happening, because, well, it depends if Newcastle play a strong team, which they probably will and probably should, knowing City play a weak team. And it's a trophy that they should be going for. A trophy is a trophy. But they also have Champions League the following week, so they may rest players because they want to do well in the Premier League as well. So they may drop it as well, so who knows. But tough game against Nottingham Forest. And it didn't need to be. That's the point. We were 2-0 up. And just an absolute head loss from Rodri. Like I said, didn't need to happen. He didn't go studs up on his Achilles or his leg. It's just a little bit of we're all seeing it. Rodri was just blocking the ball in the corner, our corner, and just Morgan Gibbs are probably a little bit of a shove in the back, trying to knock him off the ball. It's a contact sport. You shouldn't be getting that angry over that. Yeah, complete head loss. So the most mental thing, it's just so not Rodri. It's so not Rodri. He'd probably be one of the calmest. I'm surprised because he's actually good. He's in the leadership group now this year, so he's actually grown as a character and a player. Like when he joined just from Spain the first time, maybe you wouldn't even expect him to be that loud, that sort of player. Maybe a little bit timid, a little bit quiet. Spanish. We all know the route. Like he has no tattoos. He lived in student accommodation. He bought his car from like an old woman. He just seems a kind of not quite Kante, but a little bit timid. A little quiet, basically, not that rambunctious or aggressive on the football pitch. But he's grown that over the years. It's been good for certain reasons, and a lot of reasons it's why he is the player he is today. But that was out of nowhere, so uncharacteristic for him. But yeah, it happened. It is what it is. We're going to have to deal with it now for the next 3 games. I think the Newcastle game he weren't playing anyway. But Wolves is going to be a tricky game now. It's away at Wolves as well. It's another Saturday, 3 o'clock. What's going on there? Newcastle just keep getting all the late games. We're constantly at 3 o'clock. 3 in the last 3 now. But yeah, Wolves will be hard. And then we got Champions League, but he'll be back for the Champions League. Then Arsenal. Arsenal's the big one. I'll talk about it in that preview. But yeah, Newcastle is up next. Previous game didn't need to be as hard as it was. Probably an extra running from players, so definitely will be getting rest. But Newcastle's going to be tough. My prediction for this game is that we're going out of the cup because we'll have to rotate. Like I said, Doma's in. Ake, that's not a bad thing, but Ake will be in. It's just Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker will be out, Oscar Bobb will be in, Jack Grealish will be back, Calvin Phillips may get minutes, hopefully Kovacic gets some minutes, he may be back in training now as well. But prediction, I don't know the score, it may be penalties. We could surprise them with a win, who knows how Newcastle play, but I think we're going out of the Carabao Cup, unfortunately. That is my prediction for that game. Just because, well, actually, I don't know why Pep's thrown it this much. I think it just could be to do with our squad. Maybe it's a pointer to the board. You should have actually boosted our squad a little bit more. But I'm predicting us to go out of the cup. Yeah, I've said that. Fulham game. No, sorry. We just beat Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest is a decent team. We were mad dominating them. So it was a little unfortunate the way it went. There was unnecessary running in that game because of the red card, which will in turn affect this Newcastle game now, which will in turn affect the Newcastle lineup. Even before this game, though, Sergio Gomez was going to play. Just Calvin Phillips was definitely going to play. Well, like I said, he mightn't even play now because he actually needs to be fit for Wolves and Arsenal. But I think he might get 45. Just more minutes in the legs, in the team, just to prepare him for Wolves and Arsenal, because that Arsenal game, bro. boys and girls, that could be a tough game. Yeah, like I said, I'll say it in my preview for that game. I'll go through it then, but that could be a tough game. But yeah, tough Nottingham Forest game. Decent from Phil Foden to get in the score sheet. Nice from Walker. Decent from Rodri for the ping of the back post. Nice for Erling Haaland to get on the sheet, a score sheet again. Back in the goals. He did miss, like I said, a second chance to put us 3-0 up. He should have buried. It's those simple ones that he just hasn't got the last couple of games. The header was probably a little bit harder, but yeah, didn't get that one. But yeah, Erling Haaland scored more goals than Chelsea since the start of last season. That's the mad stat. He scored 44 or 43. They've scored a goal less, 42 or 43. Mad. But yeah, Erling Haaland back in the goals. So is Phil Foden. Let me know your thoughts on that game, the Nottingham Forest game, down below. Do you think that was just... Oh, actually, I know the answer. I was going to say, do you think it was stupid from Rodri? It just was. End of. How do you think we'll do in the Newcastle game? That's what I want to ask you. Let me know down below. Do you think we'll get through? Do you think we'll win it? I don't think so. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Newcastle. They're right off a spattering. Brentford 8-0. So they'll be full confidence, high confidence. We'll be going into it, well, fully changed like I said, but I'm predicting a loss for City out of the Carabao Cup. But let me know what you think about that game in the comments below. As I said before, don't forget to hit the like button. Helps with the City fans find the video, and subscribe if y'all are new. And I shall see you next time. Peace.